After you stop using Kratom, there are quite a few things that you need to relearn. Hey guys, welcome back to Joey Talks Life. My name is Joey, and as you can tell, I'm shooting on my pro camera and in my living room, which is different for me. I'm glad you joined me today, and I wanted to share with you what life is like after Kratom. Again, I give this caveat in every video that I do about my Kratom withdrawals and getting off Kratom and all that. I am not against Kratom. I am not anti-Kratom. This is just my journey of using Kratom, and now that I have gotten off Kratom, I just want to share my experience with you guys because there's very limited information out there that I have been able to find. I know when I was going through withdrawals, I was scouring YouTube. I found quite a few videos on Kratom withdrawals, but a lot of them did not provide a lot of useful information, or they were like 30 minutes long, and they were people that were just rambling on and on and on and never got to the point. So hopefully that's not me. I want this to be a valuable resource for you. Now, just an update, I quit Kratom. I think it's been 8 or 9 weeks since my last dose. Here's my dog. This is Roxy. Say hi, Roxy. Hi, Roxy. This is Roxy. So I think it's been about 8 or 9 weeks since my last Kratom dose, and this past Sunday, so today is Tuesday, was the first time I have felt 100% back to my normal self, and I have felt that way since Sunday. Even this past Saturday, I had another episode of pause post-acute withdrawal syndrome. I know exactly what it feels like. It's not confusing or a mystery to me. I know it well. Just this sudden wave of lethargy, feeling extremely weak and tired and needing to lay down, even though I'm mentally not tired. Like, I don't want to fall asleep. I just physically feel weak and exhausted. But that episode only lasted for probably 3 or 4 hours, and then it started to subside. So if you want to get the more detailed story, just go a few videos back. I talk about my withdrawal process and how long everything lasted, but I still am having effects from the Kratom withdrawals, even now 8 or 9 weeks after my last dose. But thank God, I think I am done and through it all, because I have felt so good since that last episode on Saturday. My energy levels are back to normal. My sense of motivation is back to normal, thank God. I don't know if you've ever ran a business or have been a sole proprietor or freelancer before, but everything rests on me. And so without that motivation, it has been very, very difficult. I say that to give some people hope. I think my greatest fear in stopping Kratom was that I was going to end back up in the depression that I was in when I started it, when I found Kratom, which was 4 years ago. But obviously during these 4 years, I have done a lot of healing, inner healing, therapy, working through my own shit, and I have really faced some difficult things within myself and grown tremendously. So it doesn't make logical sense that I would end up back in that depression. But my mind obviously equates Kratom with getting me out of that. So if I stop Kratom, then my mind thinks, oh, you're going to go back in that. But thank God that has not been the case. I have felt very optimistic. I have felt empowered and new sense of vision for my life. And so things have been going really well. Now, as far as life after Kratom, in these last 8 or 9 weeks, I lost track, I'm sorry. The major thing is the psychological attachment to Kratom. Now, that's not even really about Kratom. It's just about any substance that you would use to help yourself feel better, whether that be nicotine or caffeine or benzos or whatever it is. When you remove something like myself, I was taking it every 4 to 5 hours, every single day for 4 years. So psychologically, when I would have increased anxiety or I would feel depressed or down or I would feel overwhelmed, my mind is trained now. For 4 years, I've been taking this substance, this leaf, every 4 hours. And so my mind thinks, oh, anxiety equals take Kratom as the solution. So once Kratom is removed from that equation, now psychologically, I have to learn how to deal with my negative emotions or the things that are happening in my life that I wish were not happening. And to be honest with you, as challenging as that was to figure that out and to have so much determination within myself of I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to find ways in order to face and address these emotions that would traditionally overtake me, overwhelm me, and then in essence start to dominate me. And so that determination to not lay down, to not give up, to not just give in to everything was very difficult, but it has been so rewarding. I can honestly say that I have grown leaps and bounds emotionally and mentally in these last 8 to 9 weeks, because where before I was turning to Kratom to help me through that, now I had to turn within myself and find strength and find ways to face those things and learn how to cope in a healthy way that moves me forward. The other aspect I had to relearn, even though I am naturally a very social person, I'm an outgoing person, I love people, I love being with people, Kratom makes you more social, makes you feel more confident. And so I have found myself that when I'm in large groups or crowds or gatherings of people that I'm not familiar with or don't know, I feel very, very insecure, not confident. I can feel minor social anxiety coming on. And so again, another thing that I have to face and deal with in the reality for what it is, and not using Kratom just to make me feel better, hijacking my dopamine system to give me that sense of reward that would make me more social. And just to say, if you are using Kratom for anxiety, depression, other mental health stuff, or to be social, I don't really care. Use it for whatever you want. I have no judgment. I'm not concerned about other people using it. I don't have an opinion about other people using it for those reasons, because I used it for those reasons. And I think it's totally fine to use it for those reasons. But for me, or for you, if you're coming off of Kratom, these are some of the things that you're going to probably face or have to prepare mentally to face. And in the end, it is so worth it, because again, you learn how to navigate your own soul. You learn how to navigate those things that you were avoiding or using Kratom to kind of just coast through, as opposed to actually facing them head on. And lastly, I'd say the other thing is, which is funny sounding, I think, but makes sense, like people who stop smoking or vaping, like they will still like chew on a pencil, or they'll have something that they put in their mouth like a lollipop to replace the thing that they were using before, the cigarette. Well, the same was true for me. In the first, I think, 6 weeks, I was brewing yerba mate tea, which is a tea that I've drank since college, so for over 20-something years. But I was drinking it almost every 4 hours, almost like a replacement to Kratom. Now, it doesn't have any of the effects that Kratom has. It is sort of stimulating because it does have some caffeine in it. But aside from that, there's not much that it does, like, psychologically. But I did that just as like a replacement because, again, I'm so used to taking something every 4 hours that I was like programmed to reach for a beverage or something tea-like to replace the Kratom. And that was actually comforting to me. It was comforting to my inner child, or whatever the hell it is. It was just comforting to have that tea to drink. It just feel like my norm was sort of still normal, even though it wasn't Kratom. So for those of you who are in the process of coming off Kratom, or you're thinking about stopping, or even maybe just taking a temporary break, I hope that this video helped to provide you with some insight into what to expect when you do stop taking Kratom. But I do want to let you know, again, 8 or 9 weeks post my last dose, I really feel so good. And the thing that I really appreciate about life on this side of things is I feel good consistently throughout the day. Don't get me wrong, I still have problems and issues and challenges and anxiety that arises. But like my core, my fundamental place in me feels energized and optimistic. And I don't have it in my mind all the time, oh, this feeling is going to go away and I'm going to have to redose. Like that, I didn't even realize that that was a part of my thought process until this side of it, where now I don't have it and I just kind of feel even all day throughout the day. So that's a really good feeling. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I love to answer your questions. I can't always get to all of them, but please leave them below because lots of people read the comments and we get to learn and grow from one another. If you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell so you always get notifications when I put out a new video. Also, if you're looking for help or you want to talk about your Kratom use or how to get off of Kratom or how to do a taper, I offer private consultation one-on-one services. The link is in the description. Check it out. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks again for spending a few moments with me again today. Again, my name is Joey, and you've been watching Joey Talks Life.